Sandiego6 News in the Morning.
At 6:53, President Obama's State of the Union address lit up the Twitterverse.
Let's declare that in the wealthiest nation on earth, no one who works full-time should have to live in poverty, and raise the federal minimum wage to $9 an hour.
Raising the minimum wage was the most tweeted State of the Union moment. People were tweeting about that at 24,000 tweets a minute. The second most tweeted moment came when the president called on Congress to vote on controversial new gun control measures. That got people tweeting at 23,700 tweets a minute. And then we can talk about the Republican response and everybody tweeting about Marco Rubio taking a drink of water during his speech. Seriously? Political analyst John Dadian here this morning with a slightly different take on the tweeting and all this, because I look at this and I just think it's got to be the biggest waste of time, and people have no lives. But you say it actually maybe says something about their awareness of the speech.
Well, I've always said any type of political involvement is good for the American people. And a lot of people that are tweeting, you see the thousands that are coming in. Many of those didn't even watch the speech, but all of a sudden they get on their Twitter, Marco Rubio took a sip of water, and then they responded, et cetera. So, yeah, it's just different. Some people say the viewership has declined from a couple of decades ago as far as how many people actually watch the speech live. That's true, but I think because of technology, it's all over Facebook and Twitter.
And you think maybe people they're actually maybe more aware of the speeches in some cases, or the key points?
Oh, I don't think there's any doubt that they're aware of something. Now, for example, if you ask somebody, what did the president say, or give me one of his points, they might not be able to tell you, but if you said, who drank some water, they'll be able to say Senator Rubio.
Okay. Let's talk about some of the key points here. And first off, does a speech like this really affect the president going into his second term? I mean, does he make any points? Does he make any progress with his agenda?
Well, it could, and again, not to be too critical of the speech last night, which was not a bad speech on the face of it, but I quite honestly think that it was a missed opportunity for the president. It wasn't a real strong one. He didn't really lay out a plan. The inauguration should have been one more philosophical, more uplifting, and this should have been more of a policy speech, and it just really wasn't. It was, Teddy Roosevelt used a great phrase, bully pulpit. I think he missed the opportunity to use it as a bully pulpit.
Well, let's talk about this minimum wage comment, since that was the most tweeted moment of the thing. I know that some folks that are very staunch capitalists are really cringe at this, because the president said, minimum wage, let's make it a wage you can live on. If you work full-time doing the most menial of tasks, should you be able to get a wage that you can live on? I mean, can capitalism survive under those conditions? Well,
that's exactly the question. And again, the slippery slope is if you're person A and all of a sudden your employer has to pay you a minimum wage, does that mean he has to fire person B? That wasn't addressed, and that's one of the basic arguments against minimum wage. Here's the interesting thing as far as the actual State of the Union speech. The president's given the speech, of course, by Constitution. Behind him is the Speaker and the Vice President. You saw on that point, Vice President pops up, clap. Speaker Boehner did not move. So that tells you the philosophical divide. I love people watching how they react to the speech more than what actually is said.
Well, and it was all about the ties last night. When you go back and look at the video of this, folks, just go back and look at where are they buying these pastel ties? I have not seen this at the men's stores around San Diego.
Well, love it or hate it, believe me, they have consultants that are telling them, what goes on, supposedly blue sincere, red power, et cetera. So they're actually thought that goes into this for these people that are that highly visible.
That's funny. Okay, there you go. There's the shot. Look at these guys. These are like orange pastel tie. Is that what Boehner was wearing? Look at that. Orange. Purple?
Well, again, Mark, I got to be honest with you. You're talking about it. You're talking about it. So there was a method to their madness.
All right. So as we head into the second term, any one last thing that came out of that you say, that's something to watch for?
Well, on the gun control issue, again, by most analysis, the points that came out of the Vice President's Commission are not going to happen, maybe 1 or 2 points. So I think that was more for show. Watch for immigration in the first year of his second term. Watch that to be the big issue. But interestingly, the power's coming more from Congress than the White House as far as cutting a deal.
All right, political analyst John Dadian. Always good to see you.
Very good.
Thanks for coming in, my friend. All right, we're coming right back. Top of the hour. News, weather, and traffic.